We're continuing our community conversations wherein we talk with local leaders about COVID-19, their response to it, and the opportunities and challenges that they see for our community here in Alma and Gratiot as well. I'm delighted today to have the opportunity to talk with Mike Logan, the CEO of Michigan Masonic Homes. The Masonic, as we know in this community, is a huge presence here with 480 residents and 480 staff. And so far, Mike tells me, no COVID-19 diagnoses, which is just incredible. Mike's a great leader for our community. He's been here the last 2 years and has made some very significant changes that have made Masonic Pathways a stronger community. Mike, glad to have you here today. How are you and your family managing as we shelter in place?
You know, I think we're doing pretty well. We have a unique situation. All four of us are essential workers. My wife works for the banking industry, so she continues to work. She's working from home. My son, grocery store employee.
Oh my goodness.
Works for a small grocery store, and then my daughter, who's 14, works at Culver's. And so she's been working there about 10 to 15 hours a week. So we're holding in there. I think we're getting a little bit fatigued, but the working has helped.
Oh, these are incredibly challenging days for all communities everywhere just now. How do you see us coming through these next months? Are we facing a second wave in the fall? What are you preparing for from your position at Michigan Masonic Homes?
You know, it's a day-to-day challenge in order to uplift our staff, in order to risk manage our residents. What we're doing as an organization is preparing for the second wave. We know that there's going to be a second wave. We know that there's going to be different expectations from key stakeholders such as the acute care providers, physician groups, insurance companies. So for us, we need to make sure that we're preparing for the second wave, and we're considering all of our options, and those options are really in collaboration with District 1, our emergency management department here for Gratiot County, and with our hospital provider, Mid-Michigan Health. So we're getting together to talk about the second wave, how we're going to respond. And for us, I think we're also preparing for a mindset for our staff. We have about 490 employees, and we want to get them at the right mindset. And the mindset is that this is a virus, but it does have a 90 to 95% cure, of the virus, that people get through the virus. And for us, it's just an opportunity to have more of a grateful heart, a positive mindset day to day, and be sure that we're preparing for tomorrow.
Well, this has transformed, every entity across the country, across the globe. What have the last 2 months been like for you? I know it's been round the clock for you and your role.
I think a couple things. I think it's been encouraging staff, making sure that staff on the front lines are not alone, number one. Being present, having presence on the floor from a leadership perspective. So that means 7 days a week. That means during the night shifts. That means during the afternoons, on Sundays, Saturdays, having that leadership presence. From my perspective, it's ensuring that the senior directors and the executive team do not fall too down the line of leadership fatigue. That I give them some time off, that they have time to relax and regain their strength, because people are putting in long days. And also, it's important for us to keep pushing for PPE and pushing for further collaboration with the state, local key stakeholder groups, and our District 1.
Well, it's incredible, the result you've seen of the great work you've been doing. No cases at this point. Of course, care facilities across this country and around the globe are at the greatest risk and tend to be the hot spots. The escalation, started in this country, in Washington State, in a care facility. How have you avoided?
It's hard on our residents. Just yesterday, excuse me, I had a conversation with a resident of ours, and she said, I wish I could just go outside for a walk. I wish I could just go outside for a walk. I wish I could go to the store and buy some Ensure. I wish I could buy some new socks. these are things that are changing the way that we're responding to the needs of our residents. So we're looking into personal shopping. We've been going on having outside, but with social distancing. We're looking at opening up our gift store again. We're looking at trying to open up the dining room so that people can have some sense of normalcy. But from us, we're so highly regulated that we really have to follow what our governor is set to do. And that at least is stay home, stay safe till May 28th. But more than likely, skilled care, long-term care organizations are gonna have to probably have no visitation until about late June, mid-July. So that's probably where we're at from an organizational standpoint.
So difficult for those residents. All our friends over there, we're thinking of them and you all and your work with them.
No visitors, no admissions since March 1 of 2020. So here we are coming up on the third month. No visitors, no families. Now they're doing Skype, they're doing FaceTime. They utilize their technology of it's never too late in order to do video conferencing. But however, it's a challenge. It's a challenge.
How do you think about the business model for care facilities, nursing homes for the future, given all of this? Does it change things?
Well, it sure does. I think from a construction infrastructure standpoint, historically, long-term care facilities had 2 or 4 rooms that had negative air pressure. They had maybe an area where there were secluded for residents that were maybe at a wandering risk. But we are looking out from top to bottom from a construction standpoint, and what we have to do from venting and for airflow. We're looking at ins and outs for washing in, washing out. We have to look at touchless sinks and touchless soap. I mean, this goes beyond just the virus. It's a whole new structure of construction in the building. It's how we're managing our residents. But I will say this, and some individuals would say that staying at home and more home and community-based services versus congregate living. What we've been hearing for the past 2 months, we've been doing daily calls, and what we're hearing from our residents that are on our wait list, in particularly for our assisted living and our independent living, they're saying they're very lonely, they want to be with people, and even though we're on lockdown, even though we have to maintain social distancing, there's still comfort in being with other people.
Well, it'll always be the case. We are human beings and thus social creatures, and need society however we can get it, even right now through the means that bring us together just at the moment.
Right.
What is your sense of the importance of the planning that you've been so much a part of? You've been leading this work to develop a strategic plan for Alma. Alma Aspires.
Yes.
Rolling that out over the last year. How is that important to the home specifically? How does that further your case and your role as CEO? Well,
Alma Aspires has been just an incredible experience. It's a shining light. Prior to COVID, we were full throttle working as the People Task Force on vocational programmings and opportunities. We've invested quite a bit of money into our Performance Arts Center, and we wanted to bring people there, and we wanted to showcase different vocational opportunities for our youth. We had a lot of fuel behind us and a lot of momentum. And the disappointing aspect of COVID is that it's halted that program, but we still meet regularly as a People Task Force team. The vision is still there. We do still want to have some form of a community entertainment offering with a job program and a job fair, and in order to talk about the vocational opportunities for our youth. So Alma Aspires has been a catalyst for us. It's really renewed a lot of energy in this community, and proud to be a part of it. I just want COVID to be done so that we can really focus on the great things of Alma Aspires.
We are all there wanting it to be done. We need to see that vaccine and get to the place that we are able to come back together. But yeah, it's exciting to think of the work that's already happened with the Alma Aspires, and that will continue. That continues even now. But we're all eager to roll up our sleeves and get back to work and see this community on the path to thriving.
Right. Absolutely.
Well, Mike Logan, you're a great leader for our community. So grateful for your time today, and wish you and everyone there all the very best.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate your time and appreciate your leadership, Jeff.
Take care, Mike.
All right. Take care.